Looking out a dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why.
So why do you like Jenny from Forrest Gump? Because I just think that I think she's selfish.
Okay. Why?
Okay, so
and I can understand what you're probably gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that. Okay.
Okay. She, I think uses Forrest. I think she leads him on. And again, if anyone's an expert at being led on, honey, it's me. And she gives me the look like, oh boy, here he goes again. But she knows it's true, so she can't really debate me on that. But
Fall off the couch. Listen, I understand you haven't
the best thing is
the best few weeks of your life, months, years. Hasn't been your day, your month, or even your years.
hasn't been my year, hasn't been my week, hasn't been my month, hasn't been my day. Well, actually, no. Today's been pretty good.
Maybe it's your life. I don't know. Maybe your mother should have swallowed you.
Hey now, wait a second. No. Jesus. My God. That's blasphemy to Mama Soriano.
I love your mom. She's a nice woman, but she
Yeah.
messed up.
That was an insult.
No, I love your mom.
Oh, she's...
I love your mom. She should have just swallowed, though. It's okay.
We gotta get her on the podcast.
We could have just had Ryan.
Yeah, can you imagine the world if I never happened but Ryan happened?
That'd be so weird. You guys look so much the same.
Who would combat Ryan's evilness? But anyway.
It'd be Sparky come back from the dead.
Pet Cemetery style.
Pet Cemetery.
Sparky, why are you coming closer and you're growling? So I have to leave that in my will when I die. Someone put me in a pet cemetery, so I come back.
The dog you are.
and that is yes, I am a dog.
You're not. That's not nice. Go ahead. Go.
So, what the hell was I saying?
Why do you like Jenny? Why do you not like?
No,
her?
why do I
She's a
not
bitch
like
and
Jenny?
She uses him.
I feel like she leads him on. I feel like she makes horrible life decisions after. Yeah, and again, she's got to be smart here and understand that what she's doing is not good. And I understand that she's had a checkered past. She was abused. I understand that. But for the love of God, I mean, she just makes wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision in this movie.
Nothing to do with this. So go ahead.
No, she made wrong decision after wrong decision after wrong decision. I feel like what she does with Forrest is just criminal.
And what is that?
Stays out of his life. Then all of a sudden, 5 years after the kid's 5 years old, oh yeah, by the way, Forrest, you have a kid because I took your virginity because I felt like getting one of those stiff things in me. And okay, Jenny. So she does.
I'll tell you why you're wrong.
So no, well, listen. Well, because you said before that.
No, I didn't say nothing before.
You said off the record that maybe Forrest wasn't Jenny's, type, if you know what I mean. But listen, she had no problem getting it from him and having him impregnate her, and because she had to know that Forrest wasn't going to have a strong pullout game. She had to know that.
Are we talking about Forrest Gump's pullout game right now?
We're talking about Forrest Gump's
pullout.
We're talking about Forrest Gump because she had to know that his pullout game was going to be weak.
How is she gonna know that?
I don't think it would have been hard to realize that Forrest Gump would not have been pulling out.
First of all, she was on so many drugs. You think she was thinking about Forrest Gump
Maybe she
gonna
was
pull out?
Listen, all I know is that she
Well, she had the baby and she turned her life around. Even though
she didn't tell him. She didn't tell him after 5 years.
Okay, here we go.
And don't give me that myth that he was running for 5 years.
He was running.
He wasn't running for 5 years.
Pause. First of all, okay, let's go there. All right.
And then after she uses him and chooses drug dealer over the drug dealer that pimp slaps her every chance that she gets, she chooses them over Forrest. Then she tells him 5 years after, by the way, you put a seed in me. Here's your 5-year-old son. Can I get the corn and biscuits and grits? And then, as she's dying, who's sitting there paying for those huge medical expenses?
He didn't pay for it.
Forrest, yes, he did.
No, he didn't have medical.
What do you mean she didn't have medical?
He couldn't save her. She wanted to be with him. First of all, so many things that you're saying is wrong.
You mean to tell me you mean to tell me there was no medical expenses?
She was already dying. They couldn't save her.
That sounds morbid. I don't think that's true.
That's what she said to him. She just wanted company.
I'm dying, Forrest, and getting better. That's two different things.
No, she said.
Oh wait, hold on. Was that the mother that said that? I'm dying, Forrest. It was that pounding she got from the teacher that was kind of getting a little.
Stop and stop.
Your mama sure does care about your school and stuff.
Stop! I hate that noise. It's screechy. It's like screechy.
You're gonna be haunted now for the next couple.
Oh, why would you do that? Oh my god, I hate you. Stop doing that. Stop it. Chris, I swear to God.
You'll be driving home.
I'm gonna hear that in my dreams. I'm gonna try to open my door and it's gonna make that noise. Stop.
Okay, so.
Okay, can I defend her now?
Defend her.
What else you gonna say?
Try and defend her.
It's so easy to defend her. So what else do you have to say before you cut me off while I'm gonna defend her? Anything prior to him going into the army, of them knowing each other, that you had a problem with? Go ahead, because I can definitely tell you why you're wrong. Go ahead. Think about, come on. Pray with me, Forrest, pray. Make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from here. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from here. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far away from here. Go ahead.
She was probably laughing at him behind his back when he was getting jumped by those people.
Jumped by who? The boys that she didn't even hang out with?
Let's see it. Run, Forrest. Okay, no. All right. Defend her. Try and defend this miserable, selfish slop.
Okay.
That used Forrest Gump.
Let's go, Christopher.
Because I love how out of all the guys
she was with... Is it my turn or is it your turn?
Out of all the guys she was with, she didn't get impregnated by any of them, but Forrest impregnated her. She let Forrest get her. Okay, but go on.
Ready? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, Forrest had...
I need a water. My throat's sore.
Yeah, okay, keep talking over me, and it's going to get better. So, first of all, Forrest Gump. Where are you going? I don't look at you while you were talking. Now you're going to sit here and you're going to listen to me.
I'm getting H2O.
Hurry up, fast.
Talk.
Okay. Jeez. First of all, Forrest had problems with his legs, and he taught Elvis how to dance. Okay, second of all, he gets on the bus. They think he's weird. They think he's stupid or something. Stupid is as stupid does.
You call him stupid.
Stupid is as stupid does. First of all, she defends him. She wasn't outcasted in school. She chose to be friends with Forrest and was nice to him since she was a little girl. On top of that, she used to get abused and beaten in that house of hers. She finally gets out of that house, and her and Forrest become best friends. And all she ever tells him is to run. I don't care. Don't be a hero. Don't be a savior. Don't be this. Don't be that. Just run, Forrest. Whatever. There's dangers in there. I want you to do one thing. I want you to run. His whole life, this kid has ran, and he ran himself into so many opportunities that made him Forrest Gump because of Jenny. Because of Jenny. Why is that stupid? Go ahead. I'm not done. I'm so not done.
She was telling him to run so he can get away from her.
Yeah, that's why they were best friends. They hung out by the tree and they had their little dance.
Run, Forrest, so I can fuck that crack addict in the next bedroom.
Not true. She hated her life. She almost kills herself 2-3 times in that movie. Pause. Her life was absolutely horrible. They both had to deal with horrible trauma. The difference is you're going to say, oh, she used him, this, that, and a third. She didn't like him like that. Then she thought she liked him like that in a different way that wasn't his friend. She tried to kiss him when they were younger. Okay? Do you not recall her trying to kiss him, vice versa? He's never been with a girl before, never been with a woman before, and he freaked out. And she...
One of those tatas.
Stop! And she couldn't handle it, and they couldn't be with each other. He couldn't handle that emotion. First of all, she was nice enough to even stick up for the kid, all right? And he was nice enough to even be her friend and help her. So they did help each other a lot. Now, pay attention to me. So,
What woman?
I need attention. I'm talking. So, no, you're done.
Dream girl for everyone, guys.
I'm talking.
I need attention. Look at me, damn it.
I did. We're on radio, so like, yeah, really look at me, right? But hear me.
Oh, I'm gonna go take a shower now.
No, I'm done with you. I hate you. Then she tries to help him. Okay? And then every time he thinks he's defending her, it's because he sees something that he's not used to. In the beginning, I'm not saying with the whole, I'm sorry I ruined your Black Panther party. That was one of the times when he defended her at the party.
Why does this thing get cut out now?
Maybe that'll get cut out too. I don't know. But it was the whole time period, so maybe not. But he defended her. But before that, she was in the car on a date with a boy after they came home from school. Jenny and I went our separate ways. She dormed at this one school, and I'd wait for there. And even though it was an all-girl school, I'd wait for her there. And she goes on a date. She's dating people. It's not like she hooked up with him before that. She has somebody that she's just going steady with. Like I said, going steady. Going steady with. And he gets into the car, and he starts punching the guy because he thinks that he's hurting her. In the meantime, they're just trying to fool around in the car because, teenagers. Okay, that was one incident. And she still stuck up for him after the guy that she was with just got beaten up, that she condoned being with her. Okay, there you go. That's one incident. Second of all, she was friends with him. The letters never even got to him. The letters didn't get to him when he went away. He went away to the army when he was the ping pong world champion, and he went there and he got a Medal of Honor. I did meet the president one time, and of course I won again the second time, and I went back to meet the president in the White House. Like, okay, so he writes all the letters, meets Bubba, everything's happening. Jenny's anti-war, he's in the war. They get to meet again because now she's a singer, and she gets pretty much slut-shamed off the stage because she's singing with her guitar in like a risque place. He can't handle it. She's not wearing clothes. The people are being nasty to her. She leaves. She's upset. He beats up the guy that was being rude to her, which was cute. Okay? I'm not going to say that it was not cute, but she was on drugs. He was away in the army, and she was living her own life, and they were just friends. They haven't seen each other in years. It's not like you live 15 minutes away from me and I'm going to hang out with you, and then you see me making out with somebody and you're going to beat the crap out of the person. Like, you know how many people you would beat the crap out of in my life? Come on, like, that's not fair. That's not fair for Jenny. And she always defends him.
Nice little right hand to some of them.
She always defends them. She always defends him to every person that she's with, regardless if it's an intentional or unintentional harm to her. She also almost kills herself and jumps off the bridge when she wants to be a bird and fly far, far away. She almost gets herself killed. Then, when she was with that guy that was the junkie, when Forrest left, she was with the other junkie, not the Black Panther party. The other junkie.
Yeah,
he was with that guy, and she didn't want to live anymore, and she wanted to jump off of the balcony. Remember when she wants to jump off of the balcony and she's debating to end her life, and then she stands back, walks in, takes the guy's money, and leaves him there, and she leaves? You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is one of the best scenes in the movie.
She was like, oh crap, she leaves. But then we're gonna talk about her and Forrest. So
she left, and she also took his money also.
I mean, he did beat the crap out of her and did have drugs. So I mean, you know what?
That is true, but
let that be. We'll leave that where that is.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about her and Forrest. So she couldn't love herself because she never was loved except for by Forrest. And the only person to ever love her was somebody that was, not
all there.
Not all there. Stupid is as stupid does. He's not a smart man, but I know what love is. His words, not mine. And so she doesn't understand love. So when she first does sleep with him, she gets nervous about everything that just happened because she was in a moment with somebody that loved her so much that she couldn't even love herself to that amount. And she gets up and she leaves, okay? which breaks Forrest's heart. And that's the part where I think everybody feels like that's why Jenny's a bitch. One of the first reasons why everybody feels like that she's a bitch. Because while she was living her hippie life, nobody complained about anything because they were just friends, and she always defended him and he defended her. Vice versa. It wasn't until she leaves to where I feel like everybody starts not liking her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead. You go. And then I'll tell you why the next part where you said I don't agree with you, but you couldn't go ahead.
I just feel that we're supposed to...
Is that where you stop liking Jenny? That's my question to you.
Oh.
My question is this. Did you not like Jenny because she finally sleeps with Forrest and leaves him? Is that why you don't like him? Like her, sorry.
No, it was my trust was deteriorating in her before that, and
or
so,
was it when she left with the Black Panther Party to go back to her college and not home to Alabama?
Greenbow, Alabama. I can't really put my finger as to when I started to suspect that she was a total selfish person. But so like in the movie now, all right. So now we're supposed to believe that, she's found love and she now knows what love is. At the end of the movie with Forrest, I look at it as she burned all her bridges. She screwed up her life. Nobody else wanted her. She was damaged goods. All right, you know what? Let me just settle for this guy because this is the end, and I have a kid and this and that. If there was no kid, she was not going with Forrest. That's another thing. If there was no kid, if he did not impregnate her, she was not going to him.
Okay.
If there was no kid, if he did not put a seed in her,
I got you.
She would not have gone back, right or wrong.
Pause.
Don't pause.
I'm pausing you because of this.
What?
She gets pregnant.
Get that finger out of my face, by the way.
Because she gets pointing at you. She gets pregnant. At that point where she's pregnant, he's running across the whole country. Finally gets in touch with him and sends him a letter. Okay? She finally finds where he is and gets him a letter because he's not in one place. He keeps running, gets to the destination, and he keeps moving because he can't stop. He's like, well, I got this far, I might as well go here. Well, I got that far, I might as well go here. And when I finally couldn't run anymore, I went home. Like, and at the end of the day, I'm tired now. I think I'm gonna go home. Like, or I think I'm gonna get some rest or get some sleep or something like that. The whole point is, he ran cross country from east, west, north, south. He went everywhere from mountain to he really did. He went everywhere. Forrest Gump went everywhere. And it took him years. And it's not like he said, oh, I'm done now. I'm going to go get a flight at LaGuardia and fly back to Alabama. No, he ran back. When he was done running, he was tired and he decided it's time for me to run back. So he ran back, which takes time because I don't know how long it takes you to run. But granted, he was great at running. That's what he was known for while he was in college and everything else that when he was in high school, and he was the running back for the football.
Yes.
Okay. The whole point is he ran. She was pregnant. She could have still whored around. It doesn't say if she does or if she doesn't. I say whore around. I know that's not appropriate, but you know what? Whatever.
She probably did.
But you don't know that. That's the thing, because it shows her that she's a mama. Jenny, you're a mama, okay? And she's working. And she's taking care of her kid with nobody there. Not because nobody likes her, nobody wants her. And she kept a scrapbook of every single scrapbook, okay? It's not like, oh, I found a letter or I found a rock and it reminded me of you and I kept it. No, she had every single clipping of everything that he ever did. She realized that she loved him, and she kept every single clipping for her son, because that was her dad, and for herself. And if you're going to tell me somebody that doesn't love somebody puts that much effort into making a scrapbook the way she detailed a scrapbook for him, I'm sorry, you don't know what love is.
She did it because there was a kid.
she did it because maybe she did do it because it was a kid.
So that's not love. That's doing it because it's his kid. I guess I have to do.
But you don't have to do
one
it.
Day.
Pause. You have 2 parents, right?
Yes.
Let's have that conversation.
Yes.
Okay, my mom.
Yes, I do.
My mom's a single parent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a scrapbook of everything of all my stuff from my dad. Okay, and they were married, so she didn't have to keep anything to give to little Forrest. She didn't have to do anything to let her know who this guy's dad is. She didn't have to do anything because he never met him. You get that? So she went out of her way because she cared about Forrest, because Forrest loved her more than she could love herself, and she ended up loving her son and getting her act together, getting a decent job. She worked hard to make sure that the kid went to school and that he was smart, and he's a smart kid, one of the smartest in his grades.
Well, because she also knew that Forrest would run back. That's another reason why.
Pause.
She knew he'd
run back. He was too busy running across the whole country. When was he running back to her?
She knew.
He only came back because after he finished doing the shrimp and boat, and I did my bubblegum shrimp, and oh my god, like, you're a captain and I'm your co-captain, whatever. After all that happened,
I was supposed to die in the field.
I was going to be a war hero. Lieutenant Dan. I screamed Lieutenant Dan. Like, after all of that, he finally got home. When he got home, he gets this letter because she finally finds out where he is. She finally writes him the letter, and he finally gets to meet her. Finally gets to meet the kid. Jenny already knew she was dying. She knew there was no hope. All she asked him was she wanted little Forrest to know who his dad was, because he finally stopped running, and she finally found him. She wanted to know who his dad was, that they were friends with each other. She did love him, and she wanted to spend her last moments, not his money, because she didn't need his money. She was going to be a dead person. She didn't have to take treatment. It's not like you see doctors coming in and out. You see her dying. She just dies. She dies with somebody that she realizes that loves her, because she couldn't love herself. And she realizes that ultimately, Jenny realizes that she couldn't love herself as much as Forrest loved her. And now she loves him, and they have a kid together. And she wanted to leave the lasting impression of a family. They get married, and he has a kid, and they have a son. And it is beautiful. I think it's great. I don't think it's selfish of her for wanting her kid to know Forrest, or even if it's not for herself, why is that selfish for wanting something better for her child, for letting him know who his father is, and letting them experience the last moments of life together with somebody that you knew really cared about you, and somebody that you know you really love because you made something with them. I think it's beautiful.
It's called trying to get into heaven before you die.
I don't think so, because she never apologized for running away. I don't think she felt guilty.
No, you don't think so?
No. I wouldn't feel guilty.
I mean, well, you never feel guilty.
That's not true.
Yes. What else do we want to talk about tonight? I'll come back. You want to wrap up with some knickknacks, some doodads, some miscellaneous.
I'm so mad. Honestly, though, Chris, how do you not see that point? She really didn't love herself. She almost killed herself so many times. The fact that she obviously she was gonna die of AIDS or something. It's kind of like predictable. You see the life she lived.
Well, here's the thing. What was it? I was gonna ask you. It's not really depicted in the movie. Is it AIDS or is it cancer that she has?
The mother has cancer. She had AIDS.
Mother has cancer. She had AIDS. Okay.
Or HIV, something. Whatever. She had that. That's what killed her. Okay? And the kid was smart. And she took care of the kid. He was well dressed. She had her own apartment. She was working. No offense. She didn't have anybody. So who was going to watch a kid for her while she whored around?
Yeah, so let's call him the guy that's going to easily come back.
For 5 years later. She finally found him after he stopped running from coast to coast. From shore to shore. Like, come on.
From sea to shining
From
sea.
sea to shining sea.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. You got to give her something. I'm not saying I don't feel bad for Forrest, but if you're best friends with someone and you always defend them, and now you're trying to go out with somebody and they're like, that's my girl, I'd be like, Are you kidding me? Like, first of all, he
Well,
totally crammed a lot of her things that was supposed to be regular too.
Yeah,
and that's
but,
not fair.
Again, you have to defend
That's-
him a little bit.
I
he
do
wasn't-
defend him. He wasn't, first of all, I get it. He wasn't all there, and he was a great spirit, and he had a beautiful heart, and he was loved, and Mama loved him. And he had great, and Bubba was there, and Lieutenant Dan was finally there. And there's so much irony in that movie. Like, Lieutenant Dan loses his lip, like, loses his legs, and ends up at the end of the movie. You want to talk about ironic? With a Vietnamese, help me say this word, I can't pronounce.
Vietnamese?
A Vietnamese lady. That's who he's with at their wedding. You realize that? You want to talk about irony? The guy who almost died.
That is, yeah. You know what? That's a good point.
Okay, come on.
That he's in the Vietnam War and he ends up with a Vietnamese woman.
Yeah, he almost died there.
That is very. That is powerful.
And he could walk again. That's awesome. You know what's awesome? Also, what is also awesome? Wow, I can't talk today. The fact that that kid is regular, and he's loved. He gets to be loved by two parents, not like Forrest only had a mom. You never see Forrest's dad.
Is there a Mr. Gump at home?
Like,
he's on vacation.
yeah, like, come on. Be real, though. Like, he had one parent that really loved him. The kid ended up having two parents that really loved him. You know, granted, one died and one didn't. But the love that they gave that kid, and they showed that kid, like, a better life when their childhood only depended on each other. They constantly depended on each other their whole lives. They were their only friend growing up. Bubba was his only friend in the army. Then Lieutenant Dan finally comes back. And that's another point. Every time, you can't say that she robbed him of his virginity, because when he could have did things at the New Year's party with Lieutenant Dan, and he had the two girls over. I don't know if they were strippers or they just liked him. I don't know what the situation was with them. And they were nasty to him, and they were mean towards Forrest, and they were mean towards Lieutenant Dan. Okay? You want to talk about selfish pieces of shit?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come on.
The miserable people.
They weren't nice at all. Okay? So, there you go. You have two of those girls, and then you had his opportunity to actually lose his virginity and experience something, and he doesn't, because he doesn't feel right about it. And just like when they first kiss each other, he didn't feel right about it, and he felt uncomfortable, and he didn't know what to do. So that's, I don't know. I just think that they finally both felt comfortable when they finally had sex. There you go. And at the end of the day, I think she finally learned how to love Forrest.
So you think that she actually legit finally learned to love him, and it wasn't just, all right,
I think she learned to love him.
I have a kid with him and everything. I guess I have to.
I think she learned to love little Forrest, which made her love Forrest. She always loved Forrest, and she knew that Forrest loved her, but she didn't love herself, because if she loved herself, really, really loved herself, she wouldn't have almost killed herself 3 times in that movie.
I don't understand how you could say that she loves Forrest when she kept rejecting him time after time.
She didn't try to. She tried to be normal with him, and it didn't work, and she accepted the friendship. And they were friends. And you can't be calling somebody, but you're my girl. Everybody's your girl. Every time that she's with somebody else, it's like, oh, that's your girl. Oh, this is your girl. You want her to meet somebody, oh, that's your boyfriend. Regardless, she picked horrible taste in men. She did ecstasy. She was a free bird. I get it. Was she really that great? No, she really wasn't that great. She didn't live the best lifestyle. But I think it shows to you, at the end of the day, you can both be in the same situations, and you could be either like Forrest or you could be like Jenny. And at the end, they ended up with each other anyway. Forrest took negativity and he turned it into positivity. He ran. He had Bubba Gump. He was a war hero. He was the ping pong champion. He was the football star. He did a lot. He taught Elvis. What was that? Joe Boxer. Like, there's shit happens. Like, he did a lot. Forrest Gump did a lot. By being himself. By being different. She couldn't handle it. She got lost. she couldn't love herself, she left. Because she didn't understand how could somebody love her, because she couldn't even love her. She finally had a kid. She lived for a bigger purpose.
On that note, that was a little bit of this, and
A little bit of that. No, we can't end that way.
well, how do you want to end?
One more. Let's do one more thing.
All right, let's
do it. We're gonna do like 2 minutes of just polls. We're gonna talk about next week's episode.
We're gonna do 2 minutes on a poll.
Not 2 minutes on a poll. Listen,
Oh, polls. Okay.
this isn't the drive-through quarantine strip joint that they had. Where did they have?
Wait,
Did you
what?
see that?
No, I didn't see
They had a
that.
drive-through strip joint.
Oh, good God.
Oh my God. They had tents, and they were like, I saw this. I can't even remember where I saw it. If I find the article or the post, I don't know if it's true, but I will post it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah. Watch. Can't be spreading fake news everywhere.
Listen, you turn on your computer, it's fake news.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want.
Okay.
Gotta read. People gotta read. Everybody, I hope that everybody's safe. Love each other. I can't help it. I feel like life's like a... Well, I'm gonna leave you with this.
Oh no.
Here's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm signing off, and I'm leaving you off with a quote. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which ones you're gonna get. I'm out of here, guys. Stop! Stop with that noise! Christopher, stop!
Christopher.
Stop!
I gotta wash my clothes. On that note, we'll see you later with our funny accents. Good God.
I win. It is what it is. Que sera, sera. And whatever will be, will be. On that note, this is why
I think we all win from the ending of this podcast.
We all winning. Go watch Joey G on Channel 34.
Good night, Chevy. We love you.